on the ground with Nick Chubb. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They run it again with Chubb. And some room to maneuver. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the stream, the next 2 to 3 seconds, to continue to move people.
A run here with Dearness Johnson, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The Browns at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
It did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
So into Pats territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Watson now to throw. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them, and an absolute shock for the quarterback, because he went into it, he saw the numbers we saw, he watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be, but early in this one, advantage defense.
Steps away, and his throw here's incomplete.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
That's a very nice game there, a confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Complete. Hunter Henry with the ground. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
A couple of extra defensive backs in the ball game here on 3rd and 6. Throwing Jones. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Watson. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. Chubb is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
2nd down and goal. Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this out to the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Jones. His throw incomplete. And this passing game's offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. Jones. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Taken from just outside the 30. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
Watson on 1st down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson rolling to his left. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 21. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland 1st.
But give them credit for a good read right there because they ran the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And it's picked up by the Patriots. The 40, the 30, 10, 5. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. And that's a linebacker. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Up the middle, it's Chubb. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Watson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. York able to send this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Man, no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight, and that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
New England has found its lead running back, and it's Damian Harris. The Alabama man tied for second in the league with 15 rushing touchdowns and was a game short of 1,000 yards.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Setting up the screen, Harris. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
Well, that's an old play caller's trick right there, right up there with run the ball inside the tackles on 1st down. You just watch your quarterback get sacked on the previous play. Now you let those defensive linemen penetrate again, hoping to get their hands on him one more time. But this time, he's got the perfect call dialed up, and the screen burns him for a 1st down. Let's go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Go! 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. On 2nd down, it's Stevenson. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Operating from the gun, Jones. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Stevenson. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 25 yards that time.
A great job there, and that old cliche, taking what the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw. Just a little dump off over the middle. But what is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after the catch. Not only did he grab the ball, but how about the significant yardage he picked up after he pulled it in.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And the Browns are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. But turnovers, obviously, Charles, always costly. But, man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. To throw is Watson. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. So the challenge not a successful one, as this will stay an incomplete pass. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Here comes Peppers. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
From the 39, Jones. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
So a PI call going to cost him there defensively. What did you see?
Well, I think it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them play. But by the letter of the law, that's definitely a penalty.
Now Jones finding Henry here on the crossing route.
He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
Hunter Henry's now in his second season with the New England Patriots and had 9 touchdowns in his first campaign and really emerged as rookie quarterback Mac Jones' favorite target, especially when they needed points in the red zone. Stays his favorite here and picks up a first down.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Back to throw. Jones. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to a backup.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Watson. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
From the 29, Watson. Touchdown! Anthony Schwartz, 29 yards. And the Browns will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And that makes our score 17-0. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Pats at the line ready to go as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. They hand off to their big tight end. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Off the play fake, Jones. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I'm not sure it made a difference on that play, but one thing to keep in mind, here in the early part of the year during a day game, the sun does play a factor on deep balls.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense. Got to get in the field with extra defensive backs and speed. Unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
On is Jake Bailey to send this one away.
Returnable for Grant. 35 yards that time on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they're going to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Get out of here with a W offense.
A shotgun snap for Watson. He's got Njoku over the middle. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. gun. Watson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Back to throw, Watson. Touchdown, Browns! The shot blocks it with his third touchdown pass of his first half. And the Browns are going to widen their lead in this first half.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Four seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Off play action. Jones. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. And go to the Bucs is a 7-yard loss on the sig, and it's 3rd down.
I would say just avoid play action, but that's not just been the problem. This defense, they've been getting pressure on all types of pass plays and really piling up the sacks in this contest.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional, In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Jones. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Jones on 3rd down. Over the middle, complete. It's Smith. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Jones. And caught by Henry. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Taven Bryant with a nice play defensively.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Off play action. Jones. And that's complete to the tight end, Devin Asiasi. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 17-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Jones. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll go as a gain of 4. And now it's 3rd and 3.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense put pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. John Johnson with the INT. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. They're trying to make something happen here in this 3rd quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
On second down, this is Harris. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game. That quick 3 and out has not achieved that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. The handoff to Ford up the middle. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They'd done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Jones' throw pulled in by Aguilar.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's second down. Looking to throw. Jones.
Quick completion to Henry. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Now a give, running left is Harris. Down to about the 37. This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the third quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after him.
Again, it's Harris on second down.
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First down marker at the 31. It's third down. Off the play fake. Jones. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to get that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones.
And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way to the football. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And this Browns defense stands tall.
4th down and they take to the air, which really isn't a major surprise, but how about the coverage there, able to bat it down?
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
They go up the middle with Chubb. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They run with Ford. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Here's Jones on 1st down. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On the ground, it's Ford. And it's still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The Browns on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3. Again, they turn to Ford. And he'll take it into the end zone for Browns touchdown. Jerome Ford, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. York now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. From the 30 on 2nd down, Jones. Open man here, the tight end Henry. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Jones. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Anthony Walker. And another mistake after the interception there. You guys should look up at the scoreboard. And they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys.
But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laugh. And oh, he coughed it up.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. This is Ford. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Returning is Peppers. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Pats at the line, ready to go. It's been a tough go for them. Still without any points here in the fourth quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
On 2nd and 7, Jones under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. What can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So a change of possession here on the punt. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. The Browns drive about to get started. I'm just wondering, do they want to add on to this gigantic lead? My guess, given how they like to play and how explosive this offense is, Charles, that they're not content being up by this margin. They probably want more.
And if they do go and get more, oh, look out. At that point, let's just aim the camera for the post-game handshake, because that one might be a little bit on the tense side, the way that this one is turning out.
On 2nd down now, it's Ford. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. 104 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee.
People are getting paid. People are cashing checks. We are in it to win it. All right.
So not just a blowout win for them today, Charles, but a shutout blowout win as well. Clearly just a superior effort on both sides of the ball.
And didn't it feel like you get a touchdown, then the defense jumped up and said, hold it, we're getting involved as well. You're exactly right. Big points, both sides contributing, a full team win.
So for Cleveland, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next